On this episode of Cool Hardware for Linux, I want to show you my messy desk setup, and I want to show you a cool way to fix it. So here's my issue. Here's my Linux computer down there. I have my Windows PC there, and here's my Mac Mini for when I need to compile iOS stuff. So it's 1, 2, 3 computers, and for that, here's a mouse for my Mac, here's the mouse for my Windows, and here's the mouse for my Linux computer. Now, I used to have to use 3 keyboards too, so I had this slide-out tray that had my extra keyboards on it, but now I fixed that, and I'm down to 1 keyboard because this Logitech keyboard has these buttons here that let you connect 3 devices and switch between them by using just that. But there's a better way, and here's what I found. They make these things, which are called a KVM. I only found out about it today talking to a buddy of mine. And this one has EDID, which seems to be quite important as well. KVM is Keyboard Video Mouse Switch. And that means that you can connect this switch here in particular. You can connect 4 PCs to it, and then 2 monitors, and then you can switch between the PCs. So when you click button 1 on here, PC 1 controls the monitors, the keyboard and mouse. When you click 2, PC 2 gets the monitors, the keyboard and mouse. But the only thing is, this thing is very expensive. This would be really good for my setup, but $350. I know they give you a discount code. It'll be closer to $300. But that's still a lot of money. But this thing here seems fantastic. So alternatively, that there seems like the solution I want. Also, it has the EDID thing, which I would really like to have as well. But in the meantime, I'm thinking what I could do is get this mouse here. You see, this mouse is like my keyboard. I guess Logitech is the only one in the business really making these. You can switch between 3 connected devices. So I have my keyboard here with the 3 switches, and the mouse here also has the 3 buttons, so you can choose 1, 2, 3, which PC you want to connect to. So I put the mouse 1 on Linux, mouse 2 on Windows, and mouse 3 on the Mac, just like the keyboard. That's another solution, and this is only $35. Plus, you could get a keyboard something like this one here. You get it for $99. The one I got here in front of me, the one I showed you, that was $150 or $170 or something like that. But you could get cheaper ones. This one just seemed kind of nice. To be honest, I don't really love it, but it's certainly better than other keyboards I've used. But this here, KVM, this seems really fantastic. And if I ever find the spare money lying around, I think I'm going to get this. And another cool thing is the EDID. So my understanding, don't quote me on that, but the computers will think that they have not gone to sleep. So an issue I have. So let me turn on my camera again, and I'll show you what happens here. So what I do is there's a button under here. I can switch the input here on my monitor to go between my Windows, Mac, and Linux computers. But the issue is that, like, for example, with my Mac, if I switch the input away from my Mac, the Mac loses the monitor completely, and then the computer goes to sleep. And the only way to get control of my Mac again is to reboot it, which freaking sucks, but it doesn't really matter because I only use my Mac like once a month for 10 minutes when I need to turn it on to compile something. But it is really frustrating that once a month when I turn it on, I already hate the Mac. I hate having to use it. I hate Apple, like all of us cool Linux people. It's obligatory to hate Apple. Like, it's not. I don't know. I have some grudges with it, but when I turn it on, the 10 minutes a month I'm going to use that. It's always an unpleasant experience using the Mac. And part of it is probably because the thing goes to sleep, well, because of the way my monitor is. But you can buy one of these KVM switches that has the EDID, and somehow that tricks the Mac or whatever computer it is into not thinking that the monitor went away. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, there's a cool thing. If you didn't know what is a KVM switch, they seem pretty cool to me. I think I'm going to get one when I have some extra money. But if you don't have the extra money, well, an alternative, what I've been doing is I have a keyboard like this, and now it turns out there's a mouse like this too. And then for less than $100, you could get a instead of buying this one, you could buy a cheaper keyboard for like $50. Like K585 will be like $40-50. Plus this, then you're looking at like $70, and you get a similar setup. So pretty cool thing, especially if you're sitting here and you're using multiple computers. A pretty cool thing to have.